Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to new OSK opinions. So, I haven't been covering every single day of these little updates that Proletariat's been giving us, but this one is actually kind of insane. So, with all my expertise and all my analysis, I'm going to break this down for you. It's not a reaction, it's not anything like that. I've already read through it, but I just want to point out some of the big points that you're going to see coming in this patch 1.2. So, let's get into it. The first thing you want to keep in mind, by the way, this is all about consumables, okay? Up here in the big, bold letters, can't miss it unless you're blind, which we won't talk about. But anyway, if you scroll down here, we have our new small health potions and small armor shards. This harkens back to an era. Let me take you back to the pre-alpha, whenever you could just crouch down and just spam potions. Spam potions. This is me with the armor shard. We're just spamming them because we can do it all day. Especially if I have thirsty, we're doing this all day. All right? So, works just like the regular potions right now, except they're a little smaller and they don't take as long. So, you can drink for 2 seconds and they give you 15 health over 5 seconds. And the big kicker here, common rarity, 6 per slot. And that's pretty crazy. 6 per slot, you're talking about 90. That's 90 health and 90 armor over 5 seconds. Well, not all over 5 seconds, but you get the point. You can just pop them. You have a value of 90 in one inventory slot. It's pretty huge. It's almost as much as 2 big pots. So like your big 50 health pot, you can get 2 of them. This is pretty much almost the same value, except it's in smaller waves and you can do it. It takes a little bit longer to get the full value. Actually, yeah, it does, because 2 times 6 is 12, whereas 5 times 2 is 10. So a little bit longer to get a little bit less value, but these are going to be very, very high value, because what if you get interrupted in the 5 seconds you're drinking a large pot? Then you're kind of out of luck and you get nothing out of it, whereas you can pop a lot of these and you get immediate value. So these might be more valuable to take into the late game scenario. If you're a little bit low on the heals, you might want to carry a whole bunch of small ones instead of a big stack of big pots. So we're going to be going in here, and also they drop in sacks too, so that's going to help you get them that's going to help you get them a little bit easier. So now we have the regular health potions and armor shards. This is 3 seconds, 25 health over 10 seconds, which is pretty normal. So this is just your standard health potion that we already have. Same thing for the large health potions and armor shards. They're unchanged, so you can still stack them up to 2, but depending on what situation you're in, you might want to opt for these new smaller ones that stack 6 in a hotbar slot. Now, we're going to get to the new stuff. This is brand new. We have the Safeguard Potion, which, if you don't know what this is, it restores both health and armor. So for 5 seconds, you're going to be drinking it. You're going to be glug, glug, glug till you get 25 health and 25 armor over 10 seconds. It's pretty effective. Now, the effect itself is it's the same exact time as if you were to drink a small potion from what we're seeing here, or a regular size now that we're calling it, 10 seconds. So you get the same amount of value. It takes you 5 seconds to charge up. So you still get a value of 5. You just have to make sure that you're low enough in both categories, which, are you ever going to be in a situation where you're like that? Maybe if you're a stone shaper, so keep that in mind. Any other class, I'm not sure if you're going to be in that scenario, but it will help you get both of your values up a little bit faster. It will be interesting to see how this plays in, because typically, especially if you're running something like recovery, which builds directly off of health and nothing off of armor. Armor is a lot more brittle than your health is. So you're going to be prioritizing health over armor still. Maybe this is like sort of a quick little twofer, because you can take those 5 seconds to restore both instead of taking the 3 seconds to do the 25 and then 3 more seconds to take 25. So you're saving an extra second there. I'm not sure if it's really going to be worth it for the small one, but in any case, these are epic rarity. I didn't go over the smalls. These are uncommon, and the health and armor shards, the large ones, are going to still be rare, so same rarity. Epic rarity, going to be harder to find. Now, legendary rarity, large safeguard potions. This is going to be worth it, because you have 8 seconds that gives you 50 and 50 over 10 seconds. So infinitely better than safeguard potion in my mind, especially if you're really low, want to recover from a fight really, really fast. Getting this for two less seconds than it would take the other way around is going to be very, very worth it. So be on the lookout for these large safeguard potions, but they can only be stacked, or rather they can't be stacked. It's only one hotbar slot. So these are some of the situations, some of the decisions you're going to have to make if you want to grab 2 big armor shards or 2 big health potions instead of just one large safeguard potion, or even one regular size, because these don't stack either. So anyway, getting on to the spicy stuff. This is where it really kicks, and I'm glad that they saved the best for last. So we have the knowledge potion, and this is just insane. So after drinking for 1 second, it's going to give you 2 bonus charges to not only your rune, but to your sorceries. These are epic rare. Why are these not legendary? Why are they not legendary? I don't know, dude. I couldn't tell you. I think that they should be legendary, but this is absolutely crazy. So just think, if you're running runic fluency, you already have 2 dash. You already have 2 dashes. Now you have 4. Think of all the movement you can get out of that. That's literally more than a kill's worth of movement. That's how crazy it is. And I have my own little mechanism for determining what the value of a kill is. But anyway, I'll get into that in another video. Also, your sorceries. This is the big one. So if you're running Dragonfire, guess what? You have 3 sources of Dragonfire explosion because you have 3 toxic clouds. You're running Toxicologist. Well, guess what? This is like the buff to Toxicologist. that's going to make it insane, because you can, with your runic fluency, you can have up to 4 Shadow Step charges and then 3 toxic clouds. So how many chances for outbreak is that? That is 7. Let me get on the camera. 7 chances just from drinking 1 potion. And don't even get me started with Conduit, because with Overload, you can just stack 2 extra charges onto your already overloaded teleport. So that's 5. And then you get 3 extra, you get 3 Lightning Strike sorceries. So you pop that, all 3 of those. Now you have 8 teleports. Like, how is this balanced? I don't know. But you know what? We're going to roll with it. And they're like, yes, it gives you both. Yes, we're not joking. Like, this is, they know it's going to be broken. They know it is, and they're saying we're not joking. This is going to be crazy. And yes, it does stack with Avalanche and Overload. So what does this mean? It means that you're going to have infinite boulders. You're going to have infinite Overload. It's going to be crazy, dude. It's going to be crazy. Now, thankfully, it won't work with Thirsty. So your friends aren't going to get that benefit from getting the extra charges, which is good. I'm glad that's not a thing. I don't know why it would be a thing anyway, but I'm glad it's not a thing. Now, this does work with a safeguard potion, so keep that in mind. Forgot to mention that. Now, it stacks, okay? The inventory, this is a big point of contention, okay? The inventory slot does not stack, okay? So you can only pick up one of these potions at a time and consume them one at a time. So what you need to do is you want to, basically, in my mind, for the strategy, you want to drink one right away, and then you want to look for the next one, okay? You don't want to be holding on to it, in my opinion. And this way, you can just infinitely stack them. And they have a video to show for us. I won't play the audio, but look at this. You can just go crazy with these boulders, dude. By the way, this is the Baron skin, the Halloween one. Look at that artifact and look at that skin. That's actually beautiful. Oh my goodness, look at the craziness. It just keeps going. Like, I think that's like 10 boulders. How many is that? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12. It doesn't stop. It's infinite stack. Okay, you get the picture. Oh my gosh, it's crazy. Now, they are epic rarity, so how often are you going to find that many? Probably not very often, but if you kill somebody that has one, this is why I'm saying you need to drink them immediately. At least in my mind. I'll see how it works out. I'll experiment a little bit with it, but once 1.2 rolls around, you better be drinking these, because you're going to have more than a kill's worth, and you're going to be in squads, and you're going to rain down boulders on the entire enemy team. It's going to be crazy. Okay, it's crazy. Oh my goodness. So anyway, one more note. Another change could result in you finding more consumables, but it'll wait for another day, which one more day of relief. So this is probably coming out in patch 1.2. Guys, this is insane. It's absolutely insane. This knowledge potion, this is just power creep, dude. Absolute power creep. You want to talk about injecting absurd amounts of damage into the game? You're talking about 7 chances for outbreak as opposed to 3. Potentially more. I don't know what to tell you, man. No amount of harmony damage reduction is going to save you. Maybe a little bit of Tundra will come back into the meta, but that's only going to save you for a little bit. You better be You better be ready, dude. Also, I don't know if with the knowledge potion, if it's common enough, then runic fluency might not be necessary anymore. So that might go in the trash. We'll have to see. But guys, thanks for joining in. Hope you enjoyed my review of the patch notes, or at least of this prologue reveal, day 4. This is the most insane one yet. I'm sure it'll be even crazier a day from now, or maybe even more, because we still have a few reveals coming out. So guys, thanks for joining in. Please subscribe to the channel. Like if you haven't already, especially if you liked it, man. Show me some love. And be sure to follow the socials down below. And make sure you follow the Twitch too, because I stream quite regularly, and I'd love to see you there. It's nice to have a good chat. Anyway, y'all have a good one, and I'll see you for the next one. Have a good night.